So,
yeah.
This is what you come here for, is just for me to say so at the very beginning.
Just a... Oh, well, wait. We'll let the theme tune play out. I'm not going to make a mistake again.
The stupidly long theme tune. Just watching my watch. Welcome to Pitch It Good!
Hello.
How you doing, Paul?
I'm good. I was going to say, I just want to pull the curtain back a little bit.
Okay.
But, like, every time we start the podcast, you start the theme tune, and then I just stare intently at Jim, waiting for him to say so.
It's the but I didn't think of anything to say after I said so.
No, I've made you self-conscious about it, because I'm like...
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Say the line, Bart.
You've given me a complex. I don't know what to do. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, very good. Not too bad. Quite glad that spooky season's over.
Yeah. I've scared myself to death.
I watched one too many horror films, and there was genuinely 2 evenings where I could not sleep because I was too scared.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I tried to watch a film called Terrifier.
Yeah.
Do not watch that film. It is one of the most revolting films I've ever seen.
Terrifier.
I thought it was going to be like this cringy, silly B-movie film about a clown. Honestly, some of the most graphic murders I've ever seen.
Sounds like a goth band.
Yeah, it was not pleasant. One to avoid.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I was just about to say, I was listening to some old episodes. I'm so negative on all of the reviews.
Yeah.
I'm like desperately easy to please.
Well, this is what this whole thing is. You bring the tone right down and I just come and save the day.
I'm such a downer. I actually love the Scream franchise, and both films I'm like, it's a bit shit. I love them.
Have you just been approached by the Scream franchise?
I've just turned into a knob.
Turned into?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is this the film that you've seen this week then, The Terrifier?
No, I didn't even make it all the way through.
Oh, really?
It was really that bad. I was
really?
like, I turned it off. It was like, that's too much for soft Paulie.
Oh,
yeah.
poor Paul.
And it was brutal.
Oh.
I'll send you a clip. No, I watched... Now that we're past spooky season, I watched Elemental, the latest Pixar movie.
Oh, very nice.
I loved it.
Really?
Yeah, that is class, that film.
Oh, cool.
It's got it did really poorly on reviews.
Yeah.
And I think it was just marketed really badly. So I went in with relatively low expectations. Like a little kid again. Loved it.
Really? Well, you've got a bit of a history with Pixar films. Monsters, Inc.'s your favourite film.
Yeah, I was going to say, for the longest time. Yeah, I think it kind of still is.
Yeah.
If I'm really honest with myself, if that film comes on telly, I'm just like, yeah, cancel my plans.
Huh.
It's Monsters, Inc. time.
It comes on telly. You can watch it any time. You don't have to cancel your plans. This is why you've been cancelling recordings. Sorry, Jim. Monsters Inc. is on Channel 5 again.
I've accidentally turned on Disney Plus again, and it turns out Monsters Inc. is still there. Have you seen anything?
I did. Being one for good soundtracks, I went to see a film in the cinema this week.
Ooh la la, Mr. Moneybags.
I went to see Taylor Swift Eras Tour in the cinema.
Wow.
3 hours of pure Tay-Tay.
3 hours?
3 hours.
That's a lot.
3 hours of complete joy.
When you said you were going to see Taylor Swift to me the other day, I thought you meant like live, like actual show.
But this is the first time I've seen a concert in the cinema, and you know what? It works.
Yeah, I can imagine it kind of works.
It really works. You get up, have a little dance, popcorn, all that. Yeah.
Just you on your own, was it?
Yeah. In a recliner. Right at the back with a thing.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good. So, but obviously you've been up to something this week. We need to figure
it was my turn to do something.
Yeah. So, Paul, what have you been up to this week?
I thought I'd broaden the old horizons.
Okay.
Try a few new things.
Okay.
It's not going the way you think it is. I signed up for a nude art class.
A nude art class?
Yeah. Thought I was likely to brush up on the old pencil skills.
Okay. What sort of pencil skills are we talking about?
Yeah, long story short. I read the ad wrong.
Okay.
They paid me, though, to be fair.
Oh, that's good.
There were some very unflattering drawings, but 44 quid is 44 quid.
44 pound. Cash hot.
Cash hot, time rich.
Art poor.
Yeah.
Well,
dignity in the gutter.
Paul, what do you want to do with your £44?
I'm thinking I want to make the new Terrifier film. No. Please, a nice, lovely film.
A nice, lovely film. Well, for that, I've brought in a guest because obviously, we are just not capable of doing this.
And as with the format.
Yeah, for anyone new, this is how we do it. So I brought in a guest. She's absolutely hilarious. She's a So You Think You're Funny 2023 semi-finalist and had just a great run in Edinburgh with a brilliant show. It's All Gravy. Welcome to the show, Beth Fox.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're disturbed and
I was until I watched Elemental, and now I'm like a little child.
Elemental was great.
It's
It
so
was
good.
so good.
How have I not seen this?
It's quite emotional.
It's
Really?
Yeah,
it's a Pixar rom-com.
Really?
Yeah,
It's so up my street. It's perfect.
I literally loved it. Yeah, after a month of horror movies, I was like, that is the perfect palate cleanse.
Mm.
I'm getting ready for Christmas movies though.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, it's Christmas
It's
time.
like a mug of Horlicks, isn't it? It's like, lovely. We'll settle into that. We like that. I saw the Eras tour as well.
Oh, did you?
At the cinema. Yeah. Did
Yeah.
they give you the free popcorn bucket?
No, I paid for the popcorn bucket.
You paid for the popcorn bucket?
Yeah.
Oh, I had a row about it.
So not only did I pay for the popcorn bucket, they didn't give me any popcorn. And then I was like, well, where's the popcorn? And then I was a little bit angry about it until they said, would you like some M&Ms in it, please? And I was like, yes.
That is a sweet deal.
It is a sweet deal.
Very good. He's a professional comedian.
I had the total opposite situation. I went in, I got the popcorn bucket, and I was like, oh, I don't need the popcorn because I
Yeah.
just want the bucket. I was
Yeah.
going to put like a flower in it or something. I had big plans for this bucket. And then they were like, no, we're putting the popcorn in the bucket. And I was like, I don't need the popcorn. And they were like, we've got to give the popcorn with the bucket.
You've got to.
And I was like, okay. So I'm walking
No
out of the cinema with popcorn.
No bucket. I just want to watch a film. You will pay the room.
Tipped it in a bin. It's salted as well, grim, horrible stuff.
Oh yeah, that's where they'll get you. They want to upgrade you to the sweet popcorn, or at least the
Yeah.
mix.
How have we never spoken about this? Salt or sweet popcorn?
Oh,
It's got to be sweet.
I like the mix.
Yes, Jim. It's a mix every time.
Yeah,
Why?
Yeah, absolute mix.
but try it with the M&Ms in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds incredible.
It is. It's a
Daddy
nice
mix.
bucket of diabetes. It's just lovely.
Couple words. Have you been to the cinema in America?
Yeah.
Butter.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Butter. That's good too. It's not actually butter though. It's just like goop.
It's just lard.
It's just goop.
Oh, I love a bit of goop.
Oh,
It
just
is
extra
good,
goop.
but you feel dirty.
yeah.
I think a food that doesn't make you feel a little bit dirty at the end is not worth eating. Like,
What's the point?
bucket of carrots at the cinema. No, thank you.
A bucket of carrots. Great. Yeah.
That's a horrible image, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Oh, the noise. The noise.
Oh my
Actually,
God.
I've got a real. I need to air something here because
Here we
I've got
go.
a real issue with people who bring like packets of crisps into the like things that rattle and try and search for the thing at the bottom and it sends me into a little bit of a
Like people who bring a full picnic to the cinema.
Yeah.
And literally fuck off.
yeah.
I used to work in a cinema.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and the things I saw people sneaking into a cinema.
What was the worst thing you saw anyone sneaking
It's like
to?
with the cinema I worked at was right opposite a Thai restaurant. So
No.
it's just the occasional, just like starter platter. You'd just smell it on the way in. You'd be like, "They're spring rolls, aren't they?"
I just said that's my other pet peeve. People who bring smelly food into the cinema.
Oh yeah.
As soon as I started selling hot dogs, I was like, I don't think the cinema's for me anymore.
I don't know. Hot dogs are all right, but I think
The cinema ones hum though.
yeah, they do. But again, that's what makes them so beautiful.
It's like the nachos with that cheese.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
So bad, but so good.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's just like a goop.
I love a goop.
It's a good goop.
We should open a cinema called Goop.
It's just that I just sell goop and spring rolls from across the road.
It only shows films that we've pitched on this podcast.
So this shows a lot about me because if I was working in a cinema and someone tried to sneak in some spring rolls, I'd take one as a bribe. Before, be like, yeah, just give me a little spring roll
You
and then
got
you
Hush
can be on the way.
money, like.
Yeah, hush
I love
rolls.
that. Hush rolls.
You've got to pay the snack toll. Like a little goblin boy.
What have you got?
That's the first film. Little goblin boy.
You can come in and have a spring roll.
Oh, you're hot the impressions today.
I love it.
Right, so Beth, you've come in to pitch us a film,
Yes.
and we're gonna listen to it, and so are the three people that listen to this podcast. What type of film are you going to be pitching for us today?
All right, okay. So it's gonna be a rom-com
Yes.
because I love a rom-com.
Rom-com.
But a rom-com with a twist.
Ooh.
Please don't say they're elements.
It's a Disney Pixar type film, all animated. The budget is high.
Well, it's £44.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
I'm going to have to make some cuts.
Well, we can make it stretch. It usually does.
That's how I made the money.
Oh, okay. So it's a rom-com. When and where is it based?
Okay, so the twist is that there's a time traveling element. To
Yes,
the rom-com.
we've got a time machine.
Oh, wow.
You can use it.
Fabulous. I thought I was going to have to find a TARDIS or something. That's great. It's set in Scarborough.
Oh,
Yeah.
Scarborough.
Oh, yeah. Scarborough, seaside, modern day, and then the 60s.
Ooh,
Nice.
Yeah, very nice. Very
60s,
nice.
60s Scarborough.
60s Scarborough. Much nicer than modern day Scarborough. Yeah, I've not been personally to 60s, but
You just know.
I just know. I've been to modern day Scarborough.
I've never been either, and I was like, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. It's like stepping
like
into
that.
the past.
There's actually no time machine. If
Yeah.
you just go to Scarborough, it's like 40 years old.
Obviously, I know the song Scarborough Fair, and that's quite not very cheery, is it?
Oh, it's haunting.
Yeah, it is haunting.
And they play it at the fairground at Scarborough. So you
Oh.
walk past this like very decrepit like fairground, and you just hear like, "Have you been to Scarborough?" It's like, get me out.
So we know what the theme tune is already for this. So right, okay,
horror.
so we're in. This is a rom-com based in modern day Scarborough, which will at some point we'll see 60s boom in Scarborough.
Boomings, happenings, Scarborough.
Happenings
Yeah.
Scarborough. So let's talk about some characters.
Cool. All
Who's our cast?
You've got up top headline. You've got the main character. It's a girl. She's in her mid to late 20s, the season finale of her 20s. Like me. She's got I was trying to think of a good name for it, and I came up with Dot.
Dot.
Yeah, that is Scarborough.
It's so
Yeah.
Scarborough, isn't it? But also very EastEnders, but yeah.
So actually, when you said up top, I thought that was the name of the first character, and I thought that's very Scarborough. I was like, oh yeah, that's Scarborough-esque.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. so our first character.
None of us have been to Scarborough. We're talking with such confidence.
There's someone sitting there in Scarborough now called up top, going, "Oh, I've been seen." I know.
The ears burning on the beach, chippy in hand. Just so bloody hell.
They're talking about me. That's not the voice of Scarborough. I've never been. I don't know what it is.
They sound a bit like me.
Yeah, I
Just copy me.
Right, so we've got Dot from Scarborough. She's in her mid to late 20s. Who is she played by?
Okay, so I had a lot of thought about who she's played by. I tossed up, like Vanessa Kirby.
Paul Will. I don't know anyone.
The name. Who was she in?
She was in The Crown. She played what's her name? Princess Margaret,
Oh, yeah.
the sister.
Oh, yeah.
She's
yeah,
very
yeah,
flighty, but I didn't go for her because she's good, but she's not from Yorkshire.
Oh, so this is going to be an authentic Yorkshire.
Or someone that I just believe could do it.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's tough, it's rough. But yeah, I can't remember the actress's name. Wait, what's her name? The one who was in Sex Education and is like, oh wait, I'm going to find you.
The
her
one who
name.
plays the ditzy blonde.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Yes.
can't remember her name, but she's wicked.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Someone will know her name out there in the universe. I'm sure.
So I've got Sex Education, Ditzy Blonde.
That can be the title of the film
Okay.
No, wait, we'll get to the end.
on my next Edinburgh show.
Okay. Next character.
Okay, the next character is her boss, and it's going to be played by Tom Hollander.
Tom Hollander.
You know Tom Hollander.
I think so.
I'm naming the most obscure people, but
Yeah, I was gonna say.
he was in About Time with
Justin
Dom,
Timberlake.
Domhnall Gleeson and Rachel
Oh,
McAdams.
mate, that film is heartbreaking.
Isn't it heartbreaking?
Yeah, that is a gut punch.
It's another time traveling rom-com, and I'm just pulling an actor from it. Like that worked, so we'll have that again.
Pulling him in from the past into your future film that's set. Oh, wow. This is.
Layers.
This has got some Terminator time travel.
He's playing like the grumpy shop owner of the shop she works in.
Grumpy shop owner. What's his name?
We'll call him Boris.
Boris the shop, the grumpy
Yeah,
shop owner.
it's a photography shop.
A photography shop.
Mm.
Is it? Oh, so is it like developing photos or taking the photos?
Bit of both.
A bit of
like,
It does them all.
An all-rounder, I would say. It's like a Snappy Snaps, but it's like Scarborough Snappy Snaps.
Scarborough Snappy Snap. That was fun to say.
They've twisted the name or something. They've called it like Snappy Snoops.
Snappy Snoops.
It's one of those, those like Domino's or whatever.
Domino's.
Like the pizza restaurant with the wrong name.
I think it should be called Domino's.
Domino's. We're named after a fake pizza restaurant that's named after a fake photography restaurant. Okay, right. So what does Dot do in the shop?
She's like just the employee.
Just the employee.
Yeah, but she's got dreams,
She's got dreams of.
She's got big dreams.
She's got big dreams.
Big
We're going to
dreams.
find out her dreams.
Yeah.
Is this? Are they set in the modern era or?
This is all in the modern
This is
era.
the modern era.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So, and these are the two main characters.
At the beginning of the thing, yeah, and then you've got her mum as well.
Okay.
Who's going to be in it? And do you want me to tell you all the characters, or am I going to lead it as we get into
Let's
the
lead it as we
twist?
get into
okay,
it, yeah.
cool. Well, you've got a mum. A mum's called something like, oh god, like Marion.
Marion.
Yeah, Marion, her mum, and she's a proper Scarborough lady, played by like, what's their
We're dangerously verging into ASMR territory.
Oh god, her mother.
shit.
Cut. Bloody hell. Oh, what's the actress's name? Who's she always plays a northern mum. Name's with M. Oh, bloody hell.
Is it Mum?
Let's call it, the typical actress mum. Maybe your dad's Sean Bean. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
He's not making it, is he?
The movie starts, it's his funeral. We don't even get the death scene in this one.
So we have a Scarborough mum playing Miriam, who is potentially sired by Sean Bean.
The ghost of Sean Bean.
The ghost of Sean Bean.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, and are we gonna talk about how these characters interact a little bit and what they're up to?
Cool. Yeah. So the movie's going to kick off, and it's a series of like passport photos getting taken.
When you say kick off, there's a whistle go. That's it. Everyone cheers.
Opening scene is like a series of her taking these passport photos, but it's like the classic, like smile, like to a person that doesn't want, don't smile, to like an old lady who's like just won't stop smiling, and then there's like someone who comes in with like a disguise, and she's like, oh, take it off. It's like like a comedy montage at the beginning. She just hates her life. She's taking these photos.
Someone's trying to get a passport photo of their dog.
Yeah.
What disguise?
Like something really like Dracula.
Dracula.
Yeah.
Nice.
Scarborough's right near Whitby, so that would kind of scan.
Does Dracula live in Whitby?
Yes.
Does he?
Yes.
Oh, I thought he was from like Romania.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's from. Oh wait, maybe I have my Dracula facts. No, there is something to do with, because they have this thing in Whitby where they do like Goth Weekend.
Yeah.
And all the goths show up on Goth Weekend.
Well, that's where our live show is going to be as well. Another better idea for a podcast than the one we've made is it's Dracula Facts.
Gothcast.
Oh, that'd be huge.
Live from Whitby.
Every week. Oh, I'm spending so much money on the train.
But it's a lovely view.
Oh yeah, definitely. Next.
Cool.
So we've got a kick off. We're seeing a comedy montage of passport photos being taken with Draculas and dogs and all sorts of things.
Yeah, just like all sorts of things. And she's hating her life. She's hating her job. And she's living like a late 20s, living in Scarborough, doesn't want to be there. And she's got these dreams of being a photographer. That's what she wants to do. And her boss, Tom Hollander, he's those people who are like a bit spooky. Like he's just a bit spooky. Like he just says spooky things.
When you say spooky, is he also dressed like Dracula? Or is it just like he's a sex pest?
Sex pest.
Right, okay.
100%. Yeah. He's
yeah.
like shirt buttoned up to the very top.
Yeah,
like
his fly's always undone.
Yeah, like high trousers. Eats like spaghetti hoops for his dinner every day.
With his mouth open.
Oh, yeah.
Are you describing someone you know?
Yeah, me.
Okay. So we've got Tom Hollander playing a sex pest, grumpy shop owner. And so she's obviously not happy with this life.
No, doesn't like the life. She wants to she thought about going to uni to do photography, but all her friends went to uni, and she was like, well, I'll do it already. That typical, I'll do it already. I work in photography shop. And then the reality of the photography shop is like spaghetti hoops and Dracula.
10 years have gone by.
And now she's like 29, you know, all the friends have gone, they've gone and lived a life, and she's still there in Scarborough, living with her mum. And shot and the death shot me.
Miriam.
Miriam, yes.
Yeah, another Dracula fact. That is the most popular name in Scarborough.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Who'd have think?
Do not
Who'd
check.
have think?
Do not fact check Jim.
So and I'm guessing now that something's going to happen.
Yeah, something needs to happen, doesn't it?
I don't know. I'm somewhat on board for 90 minutes of just watching a man. No, hold on. I was walking into some real quicksand there. What I was about to say. 90 minutes of watching a man perv on a young woman walking in a photography shop.
Eating his spaghetti hoops. That's ASMR. Like, yeah. That's creepy.
Checking if the fly's still down.
Oh, no.
He's like jaded. He's like jaded with the shop. You know, and it's rubbed off on her.
Oh, right. So I feel like he's... well, I feel like he's like become part of the shop and down and
Yeah, maybe it was his dad's, like back in the day. And like he's just taken it over.
He's wasted his life, and she can see if she doesn't do something about it, she's going to be this perv.
Oh, it's a classic, isn't it? Yeah, it's he is the reflection of her future.
Yeah, this is the Ozzy Osbourne story. You know, he worked in a car horn tuning factory and sat there one day, saw a guy had been working there for like 50 years and said to him like they used to listen to car horns and tune them. He said to the guy, like, you know, do you regret wasting your life here? You know, the guy just went, what? Oh, because he couldn't just like really is. I read this in his autobiography and I was just pissing myself laughing on the train.
I thought that was a joke.
No, it's real. That is real. Cool. Okay, right. So we sidetracked there. We got she's jaded and he's obviously just accepted his fate.
Accepted his boring fate, and she's going back to work every day. And you know, we get maybe day 2, she goes into work. Day 3, it's the repetitive thing, and then eventually she's in the back shop, like sorting some stuff out. Like, he's like, go and organise the shop. Take a break from the passport photo taking. Get in the back, love.
Start organising.
Yeah, he's horrible. And then she starts organising. She finds this box, and in this box is like a bunch of these old processed.
Yeah. Developed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the. Oh yeah, that's the real term.
I nodded with such confidence. I was like, yeah, absolutely processed. Developed. No, it is developed. You're right. Yeah.
Bang on. And she finds these photos in the back, and she's like, oh, interesting. Like, and she looks through them through her little sort of seeing machine. As you can tell, I've really done the research.
I really wanted to be like, do you mean her eyes? Sorry, that's such a ticket. It's such a knob.
Oh, you bang on. She looks through and she develops one of the photos. And as it's developing, she's like, and it's like this couple and they're on a date, and she like looks closer, and it's like from the past, in the 60s. Oh, we're coming to the twist.
Buckle up.
Strap yourselves in, folks. We're on a Ferris wheel here. On Scarborough seaside.
Playing Scarborough Fair hauntingly as it just grinds round.
I really like the idea of this film just keeps going back to that Ferris wheel with no context.
Just a scene transition thing.
Yeah.
The Wheel of Time.
Yeah. Wow.
Whoa.
We are onto something.
Yeah.
She processes this photo. She's like looking at it, and she gets close to it, and she gets closer, and it starts to come to life, and she realizes, oh shit, it's me.
Yes.
Yes.
I was hoping it was going to be that.
Yeah, and it's the town. It's Scarborough, but it's thriving, full of life.
Absolutely booming.
Yeah, absolutely booming. It's like they're outside like a venue. It's like a dance. They're all dressed up, and it's her at the front, and she freaks out, obviously.
Yeah.
Massively freaks out. And there's a guy in the photo, and he's kind of like, he's cute looking. This is the introduction of the guy.
Yes.
Let's call him Dan.
The man.
Should have wrote some names down.
I will say, I'm very glad we've introduced another man, because I was really worried this film was going to somehow turn out to her falling in love with the guy around the shop. I was like, I've just spent the first 10 minutes.
we don't know yet, do we?
You haven't seen the ninth twist. Where things really kick off.
This is curly whirly level twist. Okay, so you got Dan. Dan is
he's from the 60s.
He's from the 60s.
Yeah,
okay.
He's from the past, and he's going to be played. I do know this one by Matthew Lewis, who is Neville Longbottom.
Ah, here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got really fit after the films, right?
He got really fit after
Yeah.
the film. It's based on him now, not Neville Longbottom.
Yeah.
he's not a young wizard boy.
So you don't want to use your time machine to get a young Neville Longbottom?
Oh, good as this budget. We go. Circle right back.
Oh, the time machine's free. It's like we own it.
Oh, lovely. That's
Yeah.
just in-house.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
in-house. It's a little Lost in Metro. Sits outside.
I love it. Yeah, it's Matthew Lewis, and it's him on the
Nice.
photo.
Okay.
And she's freaking out. She goes and shows her boss, and he's like, "Oh, why are you using company property?
Who's he?
Get back to work.
Let me eat my spaghetti hoops in peace."
Slurping,
Just empty tins rattling around the shop.
slurping them straight out of the tin.
The more I'm
His lips are
saying,
orange. His lips are orange. Completely pale and malnourished.
I like to imagine somewhere there's a man out there right now eating spaghetti hoops, just being like, "Leave me alone."
let's just listen
It's
to
you,
Scarborough
listen
Fair.
Me listening back.
yeah. Oh, this is so silly.
Sorry.
No, it's perfect.
Perfect.
In fact, I feel like we should just veer and make his film.
No.
Honestly,
Well, okay, that's a prequel. It's got to be, isn't it?
So, what do you call it? Like the new Marvel Cinematic Universe. Scarborough Cinematic.
The new sketty oops.
I was on the bus on the way here, and I was like, I'm going to listen to some film soundtracks to really get into
wow.
the writing
Oh,
of the
wow.
creating of my film. But obviously, when you type in like film soundtracks on Spotify, I was just listening to like the Titanic soundtrack, and then Harry Potter, and then a bit of Marvel, and I was like, it's not really playing into
Hans Zimmer is not really going to.
my high concept spaghetti hoop movie.
I just want to point out as well, that is way more prepared than we are when we
Yeah.
turn up here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We don't even prepare
Gotta
the
get in the
intro.
vibe.
Yeah, he's going good. No, good. I'm feeling the Scarborough vibe. If that's a thing.
Pouring out of me.
The room's filling with Scarborough vibe. Okay, so we've met Dan. Right, she's gone to her boss Tom Holland. He's getting used, and he's basically go back to work.
Yeah, go back to work. Stop using company property to fuck off. There's no HR department in this Photoshop.
No.
Did she say like HR? He goes, you're talking to HR.
I
don't know
am
why he's
HR.
talking like an old gangster, but
That's who HR is. It's him putting on a voice.
Every time it flips back to him, he's a different role in the shop. Like, just distinctly different, but continuously with the spaghetti hoops.
security. Okay.
He's talented as Tom Hollander. I think he could pull it off.
Yeah, I mean you could.
Okay, so then she goes and shows a friend. This is when you meet her friend. This one, I think she'll be played by Vanessa Kirby. I think this
Nice,
works.
yeah,
The
cool, yeah.
friend. And the friend, she's kind of wispy. She's the one friend that stuck around in town. And she's, she likes a drink at the pub. And a chilled Wednesday night, and she's like, look at this, to a friend showing her the photo. She's like, look, it's me in the photo. And the friend's like, oh, he's hot. And she's like, that's not you. And she's like, it is me. And the friend's like, no, it's not you.
Oh right. So
Yeah.
so she's like,
She's like, yeah, pie her off. Like,
Yeah.
your life's not interesting.
Yeah.
You live in Scarborough.
yeah.
Nothing interesting happens here.
You're just bored. It's
Yeah.
not you.
You're delusional.
No one has ever been happy in Scarborough.
That's the vibe. Maybe the whole first part of this film is in black and white. Like,
That's the first time we've had a Wizard of Oz-esque beginning. Yeah.
And her name's Dot.
Her name's Dot. Is this it? Is this it? We could have ended up in. No.
Whoa. And
Let's-
she travels some. Okay.
getting the
Okay. So
Suddenly it gets windy. As it probably does in Scarborough, but yeah, okay. So we met her friend Vanessa. She's up the hate for Scarborough. We're going to have to do something.
I love Scarborough.
I
I
do.
love you, Scarborough.
I can't wait to go there instead of Spain. Okay, so we've met. What's her friend's name? She's played by Vanessa Kirby, or does it not really matter?
Let's call her Maggie.
Maggie.
Yeah, she's not going to be a massively recurring character. She might pop up back again at the end. but-
Okay.
Just to clarify again, we are still in the modern era with Dot, Miriam, and Maggie.
How much of a budget for these actors we've got? I'm going to pay them in spaghetti hoops. Why do I keep going back? So my brain's on a hoop loop. I'm just like, Oh God. Okay, so we're getting to the twist. We're nearly there. Okay, so she's then like, I'm going to take my camera out and I'm going to go to the place where this photo was taken.
Yeah.
So she like gets the camera, goes home, says to her mum and Sean Bean's ashes.
It needs to be consulted.
Yeah, she always talks to them. She shouldn't leave the house without a quick word.
Say anything if you don't want me to do this. Okay.
And mum's just smoking a fag, like, yeah, you go for it. It's a little bit like what those, I've forgotten them, not brought any name or knowledge to me. Those movies that are like set in the north. And they're a bit dark.
Yeah, like grayscale.
Yeah, grayscale. Like, yeah, it's like that. When you go back to the mum, she's like in the terrace garden. Just then she gets a camera. She goes to this place. She starts taking photos of the venue where this original photo was that she found. She's taking these photos, and then while she's taking the photos, she's like, "Oh no, this is horrible. This building's so derelict, and it's dead. Everything is so different to how it was." And while she's there, she like falls.
Yeah.
Smash, bang, wow, clatter, and then just black. Just cuts to black.
Cool.
At the end.
Yes.
Spent all the budget on to get into the camera. A camera, by the way. This is a woman in her late 20s, early 30s that has asked her mum and Dash's permission to take the family camera out for the day.
They don't have much pennies.
I know.
They don't have much pennies. I'm like losing my marbles. They don't have much pennies in Scarborough.
So we cut to black. She's
we
fallen
cut to
over.
black.
Yeah,
she's fallen over. Cut to black, and then boom, we wake up and it's thriving, and it's colours and lights and everything, and it's got that like that like 60s gloss.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
Like a camera reference.
Yeah,
We've had like low saturation up to this point, and then suddenly very vibrant.
Very, 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 very vibrant, and the music, and there's like the Beatles are playing or something. Can we get the stretch to the Beatles on the budget as well?
£44.
£4.
Please,
Paul.
We can have the Seatles.
I think their back catalogue's out of copyright now or something, isn't it? So
is it?
Yeah, we can afford that.
Oh, mate, change the theme tune.
Live and let die.
Just play Hey Jude for 3 minutes.
The listenership went so up. It was crazy. All these Beatles fans.
Yeah, we're just getting stuff from Shazam. Okay, so now we're in the thriving 60s and
thriving 60s, and she walks out and she's at this like a dance. And everyone's there dancing. She spots Neville Longbottom from across the dance floor. And she's like...
I bit my lip then. It's like, what's wrong with me today?
So into this.
Sassy.
It's like, he's really fit. He's really fit, isn't he? He has got really
beautiful.
fit. I've got a restraining order.
He did get jacked though, didn't he? He got like...
Inspirational.
Yeah, I think if you were like a child actor like that, like a Harry Potter actor, you either got to get jacked or prisoned.
Yeah, there's only two routes.
Otherwise...
Or both.
You get checked in prison.
Yeah, you can jacked in prison.
You either go Macaulay Culkin or...
But it's Culkin or Longbottom. There's nothing in between.
You got two options.
Okay, right. So we're back in the 60s, and she spots Neville Longbottom
across the dance floor, and he's there, and he's holding two like 60s drinks.
What are they called?
Brandy. The classic. And she's like, no, can I have a vodka Coke? And he's like, a what?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we don't have. Well, it doesn't matter.
They definitely will have had vodka in the
60s.
Yeah, they must have.
Surely.
Yeah.
It's your film. Yeah.
Okay, she's like, give me a vodka Coke, and he's like, what?
Yeah.
Vodka? The first anachronism. The drink.
Just for Jim, what's an anachronism?
I'm just so proud that word came out of my mouth.
It's like when you're scared of spiders.
Yeah. And then it turns into a horrible horror.
Yeah. So she's scared of spiders. Spots Neville Longbottom across the room, who has two brandies.
He's like, Spelliarmus,
Brandius drinkers, right? So he's got two brandies. She spots him across the room, and she approaches him, asks for a vodka Coke.
Yeah, and he's like, hi, Dot.
Hi, Doc.
I'm about to start doing dialogue, apparently.
Go
Hi,
right
Doc.
ahead.
45 hours later. Sean Bean's back to life. She's like, they start having this chat and she's like freaking out, obviously, and it's like a whole comedy routine. She's like trying to walk away from him. She's trying to go outside. He's like following her.
Does he know who she is?
He knows exactly who she is.
Oh.
He's like desperately in love with her. They're like together.
Oh, wow.
But she's just woken up in this. I'm sorry, I'm not filled out any of the gaps
No,
between.
fine.
Yeah.
No one ever does. We usually get about 2 scenes and then an hour of casting.
Yeah. How strange. My bus-written movie has a couple of plot holes. Crazy. Wild. He's like, he knows her. He's like, come on, stay for this one. This is our song. And she's like, this isn't my song. And she maybe names like what her favourite music is.
What's that?
What is it?
Lady Gaga.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
She's an artist.
Yeah.
It scans. And he's like, no, this is our favourite song. And it's like, it's the Beatles. It's like, I want to hold your hand. And he's trying to dance with her. She's kind of been swirled around, but she's like, oh, what is this madness? And she runs out and she's like, oh no, I can't be doing this. And he comes out and he chats to her and he's really nice, and he's like, calm down, everything's fine.
It's the 60s. He's like, calm down.
Nothing bad happens here.
Oh no.
The war's been gone.
You haven't stubbed your toe and get an infection forever.
It's 60s Scarborough. Life happens. And he's head over heels with her. And she's like, yeah, like I said, she freaks out and loads of anachronisms. I did actually write vodka Coke down. But it doesn't say anything else. It just says vodka Coke.
just got thirsty on the bus.
We're not in a pub. Alcohol would help me right now.
Last bell, bing.
But yeah, it goes in like waves. 1 minute she's loving it, and the next minute she's like, no, like she's finally living a life. This is fun. And she's quite a nostalgic person, so she likes the mood of it. But then, she has to go home with this guy, and they're sleeping in separate bedrooms because it's the 60s, obviously. And they're like, it's like his parents and stuff, and she's meeting everyone. And then the next day she's taking a wander around Scarborough, and it's like a montage of like.
Please describe the montage.
We love a montage here.
There's already been like 7 montages in this movie. It's just a series.
It opened with one of her taking pictures of everyone.
Convoluted montages. And she's walking through town and she sees like a small TV in the thing, and the small TV's showing like black and white stuff, and she's like coming to the terms with the fact that, oh God, like this is where I live. Anyway, she walks and she sees the shop.
Oh,
yeah,
here we go.
that she used to work in, or she does work in, and she walks into the shop and it's thriving again. It's like it's a proper photography place, and then she runs back. She tells her boyfriend, this is the shop I work in, and he's like, I work in that shop. Yeah.
Well, you'd be like, no, you don't.
No, you don't. That's my shop.
Yeah. You've been really weird for the last couple of days, just walking around pretending you've never seen anything before, and now you're telling me you work in the same place I do.
He works in the shop. It's where he works.
Has she invented gaslighting?
Which they're probably doing in Scarborough because electricity didn't exist there in the 60s. Okay.
Okay, so he's like, I work in the shop, and he's like, that's my dream, I want to be a photographer, and she's like, no, that's my dream, I want to be a photographer. And then he shows her his camera, and he's like a shit photographer. He's really bad. He's like, his photos are absolute dog shit. Yeah. And she's like, this is terrible. And she's showing him, but it's an old camera, so she's like working out how to use it. But then they start taking all these photos together. This is like, there's not much has happened in this film, but we're coming to the end.
I cannot stress enough how you have had more content than most of the pictures we get. Do not worry.
I started writing this note 2 hours ago. And honestly, this is Hollywood. I'm sending this pitch right in. I'm like, this is going to A24.
Go straight in.
We have first dibs. Exclusive rights.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, we'll make this together. We can start filming tonight. We'll find
it's part of the waiver you
Scarborough.
signed before you came in.
There's a coach waiting outside. Straight up the A1. Got an old camera in my bag. I'm starring. Yeah, it's going to be beautiful.
We're prepared. That's it. We're ready to go.
Yeah.
So they're taking photos. They're
Yeah.
taking photos, and she's sort of teaching him the ropes of how to take better photos.
How to take beautiful photos because he's crap at it, and all the while they're having this like getting to know each other thing. You know, she's falling in love with him in this process. He's already in love with her, but he's kind of he's falling in love with her more because she's, you know,
different.
She's not just this faceless ghost with no words that she was before she just came to life.
If you want to, like, you could add in like a classic rom-com twist in that in the original timeline he was about to break up with her, but now that she's like travelled through time and is different, he's falling in love with her again,
All over again,
and has to hide that he was going to break up with her. I don't know how. A big letter. I'm off.
Just a big letter.
Yeah, it was the 60s.
I'm off. It's giant.
The F's are written backwards. It's really it is.
One of his shit photos tucked into the envelope.
It's just a picture of his finger with the finger over the lens, so it looks like two fingers.
And anyway, they're falling in love. They're falling in love, and they're both falling in love. And she's almost like she's forgetting about, you know, her former life. She's like, maybe they can be these two photographers together, and like she can work in the photography shop and enjoy it. And then boom, he proposes.
Oh wow!
And she's like, no, I can't do this. No,
man.
No, she's like, cut. This is going too deep.
I don't like this anymore.
I'll watch the little telly. I'll take some photos, but this is marriage.
Yeah.
Then there's like a dark scene, like she runs into the sea or something, like not all the way, just
Just gets her feet wet.
yeah, just walks like, you know, the scene, just like
Yeah.
tiptoeing along the beach.
Yeah.
Like,
Starts to realise she does miss home.
oh, she does, yeah. She wants to go back, but how do you go back? You know, that's how does she go back?
We are deeply relying on you to tell us.
My last note is just fish and chips.
We can make it work. Time traveling fish.
As we've spoken, though, I really like the idea that she like, yeah, she's fallen out of love with both the past and her future. She's like, I don't belong in either of these places, you know, like who am I?
Oh wow! I'm starting to feel for it.
Yeah, the Scarborough Fair theme tune just turns lightly up.
Yeah, but at half speed.
And like someone like a girl singing it, but it's like, I wanna hold you.
Like a John Lewis Christmas ad.
Yes.
Yeah, half speed, singing by a woman whispering.
Yes,
Smashes it.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely. And during that scene, she goes out with her camera, and she goes back to the place, the shop. The shop. This is all improv now.
Yeah. You can do this. I really believe in you.
Thank you. I'm holding on to my seat so hard. She goes back to the shop.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Come on, Sean Bean. Let him live in me.
Is he alive at the moment?
Pardon?
He can live in me, bloody hell.
So
That's too much.
is Sean Bean alive? Because obviously this is, if he was died.
I was going to say, is there a B plot where he's like a little boy?
Oh, there definitely should have been, shouldn't there? There definitely should have been. She's bumped into the young version of her father.
Yeah. Oh wow. Well, so he's in the shop. He's in the shop. Go.
Yes.
Yes.
Hold on. Fucking hell. Visual inspiration. It's incredible to watch. I know this is an audio medium, but that was incredible.
Hi.
For the listeners, I just did a cartwheel. It was impressive. She's back in the shop. Sean Bean's there. He's a young boy. He works in the shop.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Everyone works in the shop.
Is it the only shop in Scarborough?
That's the little tagline outside.
She works in the shop with the guy. That's nice, isn't it? He works in the shop with Neville Longbottom.
Yeah.
They're like friends.
They're friends.
Oh, stunning. It's her uncle. No.
Just like Scott.
They're never going to let me go home after this.
No, you're going to be like marched out of town.
His sign's up.
No, Beth. Okay, right. So her dad, Sean Bean, is a youngster working in the shop.
Yeah, and he helps her process develop. Oh, how have I not learned?
I thought you were going to say her grief.
I wrote down process. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe that can be the name of the film.
process.
Processed hula hoops. Spaghetti hoops. Jesus, man.
They can be hula hoops. They were popular in the 60s.
I'm having a stroke.
Okay, so they have a friendship, and he starts to develop the pictures that is in the camera.
Yeah, and they're coming to life in front of her, and she's realising these are the photos. They're the same photos that she was developing, are the ones that she's been taking with the guy. You with me?
Yeah, I was like, when you say come into life, are they now animated?
yeah. Each photo is like, you know, those Harry Potter photos.
Yeah, like a live photo.
Yeah. Neville Longbottom's just waving in it, like his parents did.
He can't get away from it, can he?
Last forever.
So many Easter eggs in this.
One of them being the pictures come to life.
Only the really clued up Harry Potter fans would see that one. To really read between the lines. The photos have been developed, and she's like, these were I took the photos, the ones that I developed, I took them, blah, blah. And then anyway, she falls again. Smash. Bang. I don't know what. Could have thought of something better than falling. Maybe something could have fallen on her.
Has she got like some sort of like bad leg or something?
Yes.
Just completely can't put a weight on her leg.
Are we finding out in the final act she's got one leg?
Love it.
Like the rest of the film has been filmed from the waist up.
None of the photos showed it until at the end. You see in the photos, oh my lord.
Oh wow.
Well, that's a twist.
We should get twisted.
So many twists. The photos come to life. Something happens in this photography studio. Maybe she slips on some of the developing fluid. Some of the goop.
Yes.
She falls. Boom, she wakes up. Boris is there.
I've got to look back and find out who Boris was again. Boris is the
Tom Hollander.
Tom Hollander with the sketty hoops and the flies down, yeah.
Come on, this is a rich tapestry of characters I've built for you here.
Scratches himself really loudly. You know the type.
I know the
And she's like, oh no, what's been going on? You know, what have been? And she's trying to tell Boris. And he's like, you know, some passport photos need taken over there. And then just back to work. She's back at it.
Well, hang on a second. Is she just she's now in the present,
back into the present,
but so she's just appeared on the floor in the shop.
appeared on the floor in the shop.
And he's just not bothered. He's just like Scarborough.
Yeah, she's been there the whole time.
Oh,
He just walks in and just sees her and goes, what are you doing?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Get up.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So she's been told to go back to work.
Yeah. Back to work.
Back to work.
And she's taking the passport photos, but then there's like a final montage where she's like, you know, I'm going to do something with my life. I am a good photographer. I'm going to become a photographer. I'm going to become a famed photographer. So she goes...
Just like that.
Part 3, she's taking photos for Vogue. No, she's...
Smash cut to.
no context whatsoever, just a train ride and then just like London Fashion Week.
I like the idea of maybe her falling over again and not going the other way.
I was going to say, yeah.
What?
The future.
Sick of the past. Yeah. No, sorry. So she's
back and forward.
yeah. She's commuting.
She's commuting. Yeah, commuter train. She goes to like uni and she's studying at uni to be a photographer. She's finally taken hold, both hands, of her life, and she. While she's at uni, this is coming to me right now, and I think it's a really nice ending.
Yeah.
Just hold on to your seats, lads. There we go. Yeah, I'll do one more cartwheel. She's at uni. She's studying. You know, she's maybe done a little overture of conversation. She's like, you know, and I always thought me and Dan would find each other again in the future, but you know, he's from the 60s, so that's not going to happen. Anyway, the camera pans. And then he's behind her studying at school, and he's in the same class as her at uni, but she's not noticed him yet. Cut to black.
How old is he?
I was just saying.
Same age.
Same age.
Oh no, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
thank God, because I thought you said he's like 84. Goodness. That's a bit menacing.
It's one of those February, December things.
And they get married, and everyone lives happily ever after. No, you don't see that. You just see the end. You just
cuts to
see
black.
Yeah, cuts to black, and he's just there, and it's like they were always going to meet.
That's nice.
Could just have she could be like just doing some a a picture is slid across her desk. It's got a finger over the lens.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and he's still shit.
Yeah. It's like, he's been kicked out.
I like the idea that Scarborough Fair in the major key now starts playing a little bit more upbeat. Yeah, sung by the Beatles.
We get Paul in at the end.
Yeah. He's definitely doing it. That's the 44 quid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he famously needs the money.
Yeah, it does,
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
I shook his hand once. I could,
Did you charge it?
I could slip him it next time.
It's 44 quid, Paul.
Thought you can't get me a good table. And what's the name of the film?
Dots in time.
Dots in Time?
That's crap. That's rubbish. Wait, Dots in time?
Is that crap? That's rubbish, the tagline.
That's crap. That's rubbish. Coming to a theatre near you.
I like Dots in Time.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
All right.
I think that's good. I like it. It's got a nice feel to it. It's brought some life to Scarborough.
That's
giving
nice.
it a lot of shade.
Yeah,
So much shade.
We have not been nice to Scarborough. We are very sorry.
We are not welcome.
Visit Scarborough.
Yeah,
They
visit
have a
Scarborough.
beach.
They call it the Las Vegas of the Northeast.
Honestly, lovely fish and chips there.
There will almost certainly be a fish and chip shop in Scarborough that has a thing up that says we won the world's fish and chip awards, because every chippy in the north has that.
Is that a bit like, you know, the cliche in America is like world's best cup of coffee?
Yeah.
Do you think every seaside town has world's best fish and chip?
Yeah,
Definitely.
I used to live just outside of Whitley Bay in Newcastle, and every fish and chip shop had an article saying how they'd won the Fish and Chips World Cup. Or something like that.
My friend was once, I took my friends to Scarborough. I do actually live near Scarborough, I have to say. This is all just loosely.
I would not go home.
Pitchforks outside.
Hey, why do you think I'm in London? No, I love it. I was in Scarborough with my friends not long ago. My friend, she was sat in front of me eating these chips, and it was one of those like best fish and chips in Scarborough, and she was eating these chips, and she was like, "These are the best chips I've ever ate in my life." She's a vegetarian. It was like I looked behind her, and it was like all of our chips are cooked in beef fat dripping. I was like, whoops, daisy.
Yeah.
Didn't have the heart to tell her. She was like 7 in.
Yeah,
I was like,
just let her enjoy a bit of life.
I told her about a month later. I was like, you know those chips?
Oh no.
Yeah.
So, Beth Fox,
Yes.
your film.
Hit me.
Your film is a rom-com set in modern day and 1960s Scarborough. We meet our first, we have our first character. It's a girl in her mid-20s called Dot. She's not played by Vanessa Kirby. She's just played by Ditzy Blonde from Sex Education.
Yeah.
The blonde
Okay.
from Sex Education.
Okay,
yeah.
she's played by her, and she's an employee of a shop employed by Tom Hollander, the boss, called what was his name?
Boris.
Boris, who eats a lot of spaghetti hoops, and has a bit of a pervy vibe about him. Completely defeated, part of the Scarborough scenery. And she's in the shop and she's developing things. There's a montage where they're developing all sorts of Draculas and
Yeah, you know.
they develop Draculas and people with dogs. And she goes home. She talks to Miriam, her mum, and
Who never appeared again.
And she asked to borrow the camera. Have I missed out a bit here, actually? No, I've not.
No, that's
I've
it.
not.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, no.
The big challenge in this podcast is reading my own writing. Okay, right. So she's clicked on a parcel of photos, and in day 2, Boris tells her to go up into the stores and go and unpack some old stuff for no
apparent reason. Just sort out the back. The classic.
He just needs his private spaghetti hoop time.
Yeah.
He's sick of her rubbish. And then
Sorry. I've just got an image of a scene where he sends her away, locks the door, starts putting like dims the lights, puts on some really lovely music, like some candles.
Scarborough Fair.
But like the real version.
He's putting all the hoops on the fork, hanging them off.
Like a soft jazz version of Scarborough Fair.
Taking photos of himself. Oh no. I made it grim.
Oh god, spaghetti selfies.
Yeah.
Right, so we're
That should be the name of the film.
So much better.
Spaghetti selfie. Friend Vanessa Kirby.
Spaghetti yourself.
I don't know what you've just made yourself up.
Sorry.
I love it.
Professional podcast. It's very serious.
Very serious business.
Serious film.
Okay, so she meets so at this point she finds out a photo of her in it with a mystery man. And then
Pivotal moment in the film.
Yeah, it's quite an important, important film. She leaves. She goes. She goes home. First she goes to see her friend. She's a wispy friend called Maggie, who played by Vanessa Kirby, who is in the pub and's like, "No, this isn't you. This is Scarborough. This is never going to happen here." Blah blah. All that.
Yeah, but he's fit.
Yeah. But he's fit. She makes a point of saying he's fit.
Yeah.
You did a Dracula voice.
It's a Dracula heavy picture. Scarborough Goth Fest. Scarborough Goth Fest, a great place to go if you ever want to go visit somewhere in the northeast.
We get sponsored by Scarborough. Fantastic.
I'll make it happen, lads.
£45. Okay, right. So at this point, she then goes home, asks for permission to use the family camera from the mum, Miriam, and her dead dad, Sean B, who's in a pot of ashes.
Naturally.
She goes back to the camera place. No, she goes back to the place where the photo was taken, and she just collapses.
For no reason.
With lots of crashing and all that.
And boom, boom.
Gone. Cut to black.
Black, yeah. I'm envisaging some sort of hurl at this point. Like she's fallen through a floorboard.
A new version of the Venga Boys song, by the way. Boom, boom, boom. Cut to black.
Boom, boom, boom.
Dead. And she wakes up.
Yeah.
In a previously dreary Scarborough. Now is vibrant and the contrast has been turned up and, there's people in those lowrider cars and enjoying ice creams and dancing.
Yeah, it looks like Miami Beach.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's warmer for some reason. And then she goes into a dance hall.
Yes.
Yeah, goes to a dance hall and then sees the guy in the picture who is... holding 2 brandies, but she doesn't want that. She wants a Diet Coke. A vodka Coke. Yeah, they won't have Diet Coke back then, would they?
No. Yeah, and that's it. She asked for a Diet Coke.
And he's like, no, Diet Coke.
Not in my town.
And her favourite song is on.
Yeah.
But he's like, oh, your favourite song? She's like, no, my favourite song's Lady Gaga. And he's like, who's that? All those sort of weird misinterpretations. And she goes out with him. At this point, we find out as well that he was going to kind of break up with her with a big letter.
With 2 words and a shit photo.
Like a giant check.
Which was a normal size check in those days. That's where it came from. And then she started walking around Scarborough. He's falling in love with her. They're seeing small TVs, transistor radios, hoops with sticks.
Yeah, she has no trousers in her wardrobe. She's like,
just full dresses.
Yeah.
And,
Is that a gag as well, that she asks for hoops and he brings a little hoop with a stick? And she's like, oh no, I meant out of a tin like my boss used to.
It's in.
I just want to feel at home.
Yeah.
I just want hoops.
She's on just 100% hoop diet. And they fall for it, and then he proposes to her.
Yeah.
At which point she runs into the sea. Doesn't say anything, just go.
An inexplicable run,
runs
just
into the
direct to sea. Yeah. And the camera stays on for like so long it's uncomfortable. Like you're like, is she? Oh no, she's not drowned. It's fine. I was about to put a weird plot twist. We were at the end. You carry on.
She could drown. I mean,
drowning would make more sense for her to wake up in a minute.
It would make more sense if she ran into the sea
and
you thought she drowned, but then she woke up. As opposed to just falling over later.
I mean, it works. Probably a little bit over dramatic.
But not with the Ferris wheel in the background. The hands, like we said, the wheel of time.
Yeah, the wheel of time. Yeah.
Does it do one of those things where like when they do time travel in the old days, it's like a clock that speeds up faster and faster. It's like a Ferris wheel that goes backwards.
It's like a really shit Doctor Who episode. Just
with the people here. Hold on, lad.
Spin if you want to go faster. That's twice I've got that wrong.
Oh, so she runs into the right. So he proposes. She runs into the sea, drowns. Drowns. Wakes up. Firstly, she wakes up, and I've written John Lewis Christmas ad. Scarborough Fair.
Yeah. With like the light, soft singing of.
Who sings it?
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
Yeah. It's like there's like lo-fi underneath it.
Yeah, I have to do a few more classes.
She's back in the shop. Boris sees her just on the floor.
Yeah.
Covered in water.
Yeah.
Just in the shop, soaking wet.
And he's like,
Back to work.
Back to work. I've got soaps to eat. So, and then at that point, she decides enough's enough.
I can't be doing this anymore.
Can't be my life. I've seen the 60s. Not freaked out at all. No explanation. She's just decided, well, that happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Just no.
Well, that happened.
Like therapy or photography course.
Do I need to go to hospital? Or do I just decide to follow my dream and go take a photography course? At which university?
University of Hull.
University of Hull.
I think they have a uni. I'm pretty sure they have a uni.
Yeah.
Or Sheffield. Let's go Sheffield. That's nice.
Sheffield, yeah. So she's gone to the University of Sheffield to learn photography. And she's sitting there in the lecture.
Yeah.
And then a little picture is pushed over to her on the lecture desk thing.
Yeah.
And it's of a bad photo that was reminiscent of the photo that he took.
It's a picture of the back of her head with a finger over it.
I was about to say developed, but it's an iPhone at this point.
Yes, the modern day now. Yeah. He just puts his phone.
Slides it over. With his big breakup note underneath it.
I learned to use this. He'd be as well, because like it'd be like an old person using the phone, like a young person just taps it with one finger. Cuts to black.
The end.
And the film is called Dots in Time. It's really crap.
Dots in Time. That's really crap.
Hooping through time.
Hooping through time. I like that.
Yeah.
Hooping through time.
To use time twice. In
it can have two
sentences,
titles.
That's okay.
Can have two titles.
Yeah.
Any music for the credits?
Scarborough Fair.
Come on.
Really upbeat. Like a drum and bass underneath.
Drum and bass with like MC Hammer doing like the Ghostbusters. I'm not going to do the impression. I nearly just lost it and went straight into an MC Hammer.
I like that all of the whole theme soundtrack to this movie is just different versions of Scarborough Fair.
And that's definitely out of copyright. So that's...
We could probably use it in the videos.
I thought, we'll edit it in, just softly playing in the background the whole time. I'm joking.
And if you could get Billie Eilish to just a light,
Yeah, I'll give her a text. Yeah.
Lovely. Yeah, perfect. DM her.
I think she's free.
She ain't busy.
We're gonna make this film.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's got to happen. This is an instant classic.
I am chuffed.
It's this is great. Well,
I loved it. Yeah.
Beth, thank you very much for coming in. We've really thoroughly enjoyed this. I really got to know the character, especially just the one character that only had about 5 minutes. That was just in the last
He's in 2 scenes, and we talked about him for 25 minutes.
He's got depth. He really has got depth.
It's like when Bill Nye pops up into the film and just steals the whole thing. He's giving that vibe. With just a tin and a spoon.
Just a man, a tin and his spoon.
Is that the Scarborough version of A Hope and a Prayer?
Brilliant. Well, thanks so much for coming in. This has been so much fun. And where can we find you on the social medias? What are you working on? Where can we see you?
You can find me. I'm Beth Fox with a 1 at the end. Yep, there's already a Beth Fox.
Give it up, Beth.
She's an air hostess in America somewhere. Like, what are you doing?
That would have been turn up on the plane. Guess who I am? Hand over the 1.
I will give you 44 pounds for that handle.
It's all I want. All my dreams. You can find me on social media. I'm gigging around London. That's me. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well,
I've loved it, guys. Thank you so much.
No, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
And this has been brilliant. I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed. We learned a lot about Scarborough. Scarborough, welcome. Like and subscribe and tell your friends. Just leave one of those little reviews on Spotify or Apple Music. That would be, or Apple, whatever it is.
Definitely leave a review unless you're from Scarborough and really mad at us. In which case. We're sorry.
Oh, and thanks to Rick for the fan art as well. We've really, really enjoyed the posters. So
thanks, Rick.
Cheers, Rick. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.